The most powerful remedies for your pet. Hello, folks. Today I want to speak softly about something many of us care deeply about, our animals. Not just as pets, but as quiet companions who share our homes, our routines, and often our hearts. Animals have a way of sensing things we don't. They feel changes in the environment, shifts in energy, and emotional tension long before we notice it ourselves. And when something is wrong, they don't complain with words. They show it through small changes. A loss of appetite, restlessness, hiding, licking, or simply not being themselves. For thousands of years, before modern veterinary medicine existed, people cared for their animals using observation, patience, and plants. Farmers, shepherds, and herbalists learned which herbs soothed a stomach, which plants helped wounds heal, and which ones needed to be avoided entirely. This knowledge wasn't written in manuals, it was passed down quietly, through experience. Natural remedies for pets are not about replacing a veterinarian, they are about gentle support, about comfort, about working with the body instead of against it. One of the most important ideas to understand when it comes to natural pet care is that animals are not small humans. Their bodies process things differently. What feels mild to us can be overwhelming to them. That's why simplicity and restraint matter so much. There are a few herbs that are traditionally considered gentle when used carefully and in very small amounts. Parsley, for example, is often mentioned for its nutritional value. In tiny quantities, it has been used to freshen breath and support digestion. Basil is another herb people recognize easily. Aromatic, calming, and rich in natural compounds that support overall wellness. Dill has a long history of being used for digestion, especially when the stomach feels unsettled. It's one of those herbs that works quietly in the background, easing tension rather than forcing change. Chamomile is perhaps one of the most well-known calming herbs. Many people use it to soothe restlessness or mild digestive discomfort. For pets, it's usually prepared very gently, often diluted, and offered with care. Calendula is loved for external use. It's one of those plants that seems almost designed for skin. When used properly, it can help calm irritated areas, minor scrapes, or dryness. It's not harsh. It doesn't burn. It supports healing by creating a calm environment for the skin to recover. But herbs are not quick fixes. They don't work like pharmaceuticals. They don't overpower symptoms. Instead, they support the body's natural processes. That's why patience is essential. Observation is essential. Introducing only one remedy at a time is essential. When people turn to natural remedies, it's often because they want to support digestion, ease anxiety, or help with minor skin issues. Simple remedies are often the most effective. An oatmeal bath, for example, has been used for generations to soothe itchy skin. It doesn't smell strong, it doesn't overwhelm the senses, it simply calms. Plain cooked pumpkin is another example. It's gentle, fiber-rich, and often used to support digestion. Not spiced, not sweetened, just simple cooked pumpkin in small amounts. Sometimes the body doesn't need complexity, it needs steadiness. Natural care is as much about what we don't use as what we do. This is one of the most important lessons. Some plants that are beneficial to humans can be harmful to animals. Garlic and onion are two of the most commonly misunderstood examples. While they're used often in human food, they should not be given to pets. Certain essential oils, especially when concentrated, can overwhelm an animal's system very quickly. Essential oils are powerful. They are concentrated plant compounds. Animals experience smell far more intensely than we do. What feels pleasant to us can be distressing or even dangerous to them. This is why caution is always advised with oils, diffusers, and strong scents around pets. Natural remedies should never feel rushed. If a pet seems uncomfortable, frightened, or unwell in a way that feels unfamiliar or severe, professional help matters. There is wisdom in knowing when gentle support is enough and when it isn't. Caring for animals naturally is really about relationship, watching their behavior, learning what is normal for them, noticing when something shifts. It's about being present. Sometimes, the most powerful remedy is not an herb at all, it's rest. quiet, a familiar voice, a calm environment. Animals heal best when they feel safe. There is something humbling about caring for a creature who depends on us entirely. They trust us without question. They don't ask for much. Food, shelter, kindness, attention, comfort when they're not well. Natural remedies invite us to slow down, to remember that healing doesn't always come from force. Sometimes it comes from gentleness, from choosing not to overwhelm, from allowing the body to find its balance again. When we approach natural care with respect, patience, and humility, it becomes less about fixing and more about supporting, less about control and more about stewardship. Our pets give us companionship, loyalty, and presence in a world that often feels rushed and loud. Offering them thoughtful, gentle care is one way we honor that bond. Start small, learn slowly, observe carefully, and always let love lead the way. Nature has always offered quiet tools for healing when we take the time to listen.